Hey guys, how's it going? So we have got our AK-47 Kalashnikov nice and goldened out, which means we only got two more ARs left, which is the Krieg and the FFAR, which actually I done forgot if they called it something else. What do they call it? Okay, yeah, they still call it the FFAR. Okay, sweet. So both of those are actually very, very close to getting gold as well. So we'll have our diamond assault rifles in no time. Once again, apologize for the slight delay in these class setups, because for those of you that don't know already, like I said, around Christmas we had a snowstorm, which was awesome. Had a white Christmas. However, the power did go out, and that put me a wee bit behind schedule with everything else that I already had in the works. So you know, it is what it is. But without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive head first into the class setup. We're going to be starting off this time with the five attachment perk greed class setup. Same perks that we normally run in public matches: flak, tack, scavenger, assassin, ghost, gun ho, and stem shot frag. And field mic, we're going to go with proximity mic because we don't really got to worry about the I mainly use that field mic for that one camo you know, challenge. So as far as the attachments go, AK-47 with this setup right here, this five attachment class setup is extremely accurate, bro, and has very solid ADS time. The iron sights on the AK, very nice. I mean, you can easily still push out to long range with these iron sights. I don't have any trouble, especially if you control your shots. You know, you burst your little doogie with your finger there, you don't get too happy with it. But anyways, we got our GRA 5mm laser, or GRU, GRU 5mm laser for that hip fire accuracy. Underbarrel spec snaz grip, because that just kind of gives you the best well-rounded amount of, you know, just recoil control. Handle, we got the GRU Elasta Wrap, aim while going prone, that's the biggest, but you get all that flinch resistance, which is very noticeable. And last but not least, we have got the KGB skeleton stock. Now, see, like when you go with the no stock option, you see that little bump right there, but I tried both, and I just definitely go with the KGB skeleton stock because it is your best option, and it's going to give you the least wonky experience whenever you're running and a gunning in the game itself. So there you go. That is the 5 attachment class setup. Then going up, we have got our gunfighter class setup. And now if you ask me, why is this not gold? This is just some blueprint that I had that I thought looked neat, and I really don't feel like unequipping it to throw gold on and, you know, rock and roll with the gold cam. Because the gold cam only covers upper and lower receiver, which, like I said, gold's just a little disappointing on here. But that's why you get the diamond, because the diamond is diamond, in all honesty, is probably even better looking than, you know, the mastery camo that you get. So OPTIC, going with that Cobra red dot. I'm really starting to warm up to this sight, and I'm using it a lot more than a lot of other weapons, but it's really nice for ARs. You got that slight little bump in magnification, which is nice, but it's not enough to where this gun becomes unusable at super close range. And plus, with that 5mm laser that is also on this gun, even when you get it in that, like, you know, just straight up touching tits with the suppressor, like it, you know, you don't got to worry about even ADSing. And overall, the ADS time with all these attachments is very, very good. We're going with the GRU suppressor. This thing does have solid accuracy to the point to where you could actually go with the suppressor here and get that bump in firepower, but it's not noticeable in terms of kill time from what I've seen, because I tried it. Unlike the Krieg, which we'll talk about that when we talk about the Krieg. The barrel, the 18.2 takedown. See, I tried the 20-inch spec snaz, but it's not necessary. I didn't like what it done to the accuracy. I prefer to have the accuracy that the 18.2-inch takedown ends up delivering us. For the body, like I said, we got that 5mm laser once again. Underbarrel spec snaz speed grip, and the reason why we're going with that one instead of the one above it, like we did with the 5 attachment setup, is because it just that one actually. This underbarrel attachment, the spec snaz speed grip, goes well with the overall, you know, unity of attachments that we got. We got our VDV 50-round fast mag. Did I mention that on the other one? I think I might have passed that up. I think I did. We'll go back to it. GRA Elasta Wrap, as you know, and the wire stock is on here. Like, we could go with the skeleton stock, but I like having that faster sprint to fire time that we do get with that. Well, I mean, like, let me take that back. So obviously we get the 30% sprint to fire time, aim, walk, and movement speed with this one. But like I said, the accuracy that you obtain, that you know, are able to perpetuate with the wire stock is better. Because I've tried both. I tried quite a few of these combinations, and I just found I have a much better consistent you know, time, especially on Nuketown, by keeping it with the wire stock. Now, once again, just in case, because like I said, I just had an all-timers moment, because I feel like for some reason I skipped over the magazine, but the five attachment class setup has a 50-round fast mag. You know, it's just your best go-to 50 rounds. The AK's got a nice, you know, steady rate of fire. It's not slow, it's not fast, but 50 rounds you can take and drop a lot of bodies with a 50-round mag. Not to mention the fact that thing takes, you know, you whip that thing out, throw a new one in like half a second, so you're ready to get back in war. Let's take and change this right here to a proximity mine, and now, without further ado, we're going to take and hop into a match. Alrighty, so kill confirmed name of the game. We're going to be starting off with the 5 attachment setup, and whenever we load in, I'll be able to take and show you, give you a little glimmer of the nice 10 full gold we got wrapped around our gun. Had to chug a little bit of the good old caffeinated black bean juice right there, but there it is. Look, you know, it ain't too bad. Having the black furniture on there with the gold, you know, it's not the worst thing compared to a lot of the other weapons on here. But, you know, ideally, I feel like I would like to see more of the weapon in gold regardless. So, there, okay, by the way, it's my first game on for the day. So, I was going to record this last night, but I was just way too tired last night by the time I finished grinding what I was grinding on. And I just thought, you know what, we'll take and do it when we're nice, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed in the morning. But look, as you can see, bro, look at that accuracy right there, considering the power that the AK-47 has. I mean, on any time you're just going to be working short to medium range, you're going to just have one heck of a fun time working with it. Now, keep in mind also, you know, we do not have a suppressor on this individual class setup. So on maps like Nuketown, you know, when you're playing core, it's going to be very much more, you know, your position is going to get given away. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for, you know, if you're going to be grinding, trying to take and, you know, go for some high kill streaks or whatever, because the way spawns work on Nuketown, if you know, I'm sure most of you guys have figured it out already. I'm blind, bro. Okay, we'll pop one more kill with it. We're kind of going trade for trade right now, but I think, like I said, having the suppressor like we do with our gunfighter setup is really the best, you know, the best case scenario, because it allows us to not be just, you know, shouting out our praises of who we are and what we believe in whenever we're taking and, you know, engaging with somebody on the map, and then you got to worry about things like this right here happening where somebody spawns 2.5 feet behind you. What do you, god dang the timing. Okay, here we go. Let's take and switch it over to the gunfighter setup. So now this is the thing that's impressive with this setup to me, and I would really like it if my packet loss and my ping would not really screw with me. But look at the ADS time. So we got all these attachments. We got the phenomenal accuracy continued with the suppressor. That right there is a lag spike. God dang it, mate. I can't get away from it to save me life, but just random times of the day. Yesterday, I went 32-0 on Nuketown because I actually had like a solid 30 minutes of or just a connection to a god tier host. You know, I might have flipping somehow got patched through to one of Elon Musk's, you know, Starlink satellites. I'm not sure, but whenever there's no interruption in connectivity, you know, things tend to go more in my favor, because I can actually, you know, I know that my bullets aren't just disappearing into the matrix, which is, you know, it's a good feeling whenever that happens, because, you know, it's not just me, it's the game, you know, it's not me, it's you. But let's take and cop some tags. Right? I don't want this game to be over in 2 seconds, but I also want to be a team player and get some, you know, objectives so that I don't end up getting buried on the leaderboard. But 7 and 10, that is horrendous. But I'm trying to push out and get kills with this. We'll go back to the 5 attachment class setup here in a second. But I still feel like this right here, the gunfighter setup with the AK-47 would be my recommendation. Now, if you really want to use the 5 attachment setup so that you can rock and roll with, you know, perk greed, which is like really the biggest reason why people want to go with, you know, just, you know, using 5 attachments, and 5 attachments is plenty enough. I would recommend trading out, probably depending on your play style and how you go. Me personally, I would trade out the stock for a suppressor. But I'd say in most people's cases, you might want to trade out the grip. Now, you're going to lose the flinch resistance, which is actually pretty dang important, so that's why I would still go with the stock, personally. Because, you know, I mean, if you use a perk greed, odds are you're trying to play objective game modes, and that's another reason why you would want to have a suppressor, so that whenever, you know, you slide into hard points, you own flags and everything, and you get like gunning people down, obviously it gives a notification, like a visual confirmation via whatever objective you're on that somebody is on it, so it's not like they're not going to know you're there. But it's nice, you know, depending on where you're at in the house or on the objective itself, you know, people aren't going to be able to just pinpoint your red dot because you lighten them up and you ain't got one of those nice cans on the front of your weapon. So just keep that in mind. Let's take and throw that proximity mine down so we can kind of get things going there. Boom, there it is, right down the middle. Like I said, the AK-47 is nice because it does, like, out of the ARs, you know, it's one of the harder hitting ARs. I mean, things are balanced out. You know, it's like I said, it's got a slower fire rate in comparison to some of the other weapons, obviously. But that's, like I said, that's nice, bro. Like, you can easily, like, consistently get, you know, slam 5 people with 150 round mag without, you know, really having to worry about it too much. Come on, buddy, peek it out. Peek it out. 34 rounds to go. We just now getting her down to a standard magazine size. Come on now, teammate. How is there not a teammate on the map that could have just took and finished him off with like 1.5 bullets? Hit a little drop shot right there. Let's just take and, you know, even the score out a little bit. And the other nice thing too was with these class setups, mate, I ran through the AK-47 camos a lot quicker than most other weapons and even most other ARs. And like the Krig 6 has also been like that. Like the Krig 6 is definitely a solid option. Where are these guys at? We got red dots coming all the way down the line right here. Flipping, you know, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Let's got 18 bullets. See if we can snag somebody out of spawn over here. Hit them with the nice. Oh, there's that. You don't know what happened. Okay, we've got people chilling inside. Please don't have a shotgun. Please don't have a shotgun. And there's that too. So we got the eyes in the sky. We got the bird showing us all the triangles. Where'd he go? Boom, look at that. Maybe. And there we are, top of the leaderboard where we belong. So let's take his 57. We'll take and switch back to the 5 attachment class setup to finish things out, even though that's, you know, not going to be in our best interest. That is, if we do end up, we might not end up dying before the end of this one. That's the only bad thing. I really would like prefer to have domination matches whenever this is going down, like whenever we're looking at weapons, so we can do like one round with one, you know, class setup and then another round with the other one. Boom, there we go. But we're lighting them up right here at the tail end of things with this phenomenal gunfighter class setup. It's just tag and bag, baby, tag and bag. Or bag, is it bag them and tag them? Yeah, there we go, bag them and tag them. One round, okay, well, anyways, you got to see the 5 attachment class setup at the very beginning, so it's all good. But yeah, so okay, here we go, and you know, best play as we should be. So 30-9. Luckily, you know, the connectivity of that game wasn't horrendous like it has a tendency to do sometimes. So everything's good. Highly recommend the AK. It's a phenomenal AR in this game. It's very versatile. You can set it up to even be really, you know, play kind of like AK-74U. Like whenever you take and set this thing up for that really fast-paced play style, and then you compare it to the AK-74U, like kind of side by side in a game, it's pretty difficult to tell too big of a difference. I'd say the AK-74U still does have better mobility, like it's noticeable. But, you know, that's just one of those things. Like I said, after we get the mastery camos and then the zombie camos, we're going to be getting into all kinds of fun little, you know, messed up class setups like we did with Modern Warfare and have some fun with it. But anyways, guys, there you go. It's the best AK-47 class setup. Gunfighter Perk. Greed. I hope you like it. Be sure to try it out. Let me know how you like it, how it worked for you. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share your friends. Until the next one, adios.